What's up, everybody? It's Digital Brent here for RevenueLab.com. Oh, I'm sorry. Damn it, I already messed it up. You know what? It doesn't even matter because nobody on earth is ever going to see this video. Okay, that's RevenueLab.online. I can't believe I messed that up. It's definitely not .com. It's RevenueLab.online. And you know what? You know why I'm doing this video today? Even though my hair is like stupid and I messed it up already, and my voice is really nasally. I'm just doing this video to practice and to get the reps in. You got to start somewhere, and this is my starting point. This is my jumping off point. I haven't even, colored my beard or anything. But I was just having some thoughts in the kitchen a moment ago about focusing on your goals. So a lot of times we hear a lot of like frilly language, like quotes, something like, if you can dream it and believe it, you can achieve it, stuff like that. Well, we don't really, quotes like that, like, they omit a lot of the truth. Maybe it is true that if you can dream something and believe in it hard enough, that's an important component, I think, of achieving your goals, but I don't think that's the only thing that you need to do. We're talking about visualization, right? Visualizing your goal, staying focused on your goal, and then taking action, following up with action, because without action, thought is not going to get you anywhere. And this is the problem that a lot of people run into with the quote-unquote law of manifestation, or law of attractive, whatever bullshit. Law of attraction, that's what they call it. Okay, law of attraction type stuff. People read into this stuff and they start thinking like all I have to do is think about something and want it really, really hard. Books like The Secret, stuff like that. All I have to do is think about it a lot and want it really hard, and I can manifest it in my life. I don't need to take any action. No. What those books are omitting, and what those cute little quotes that people like to throw around are omitting, is a lot of details about the actions that you're going to have to take to get there, to get to achieving your goals. And second, they're omitting a lot of the setbacks that, when you hear nice language like that, like, oh, just believe it hard enough and you can manifest it. Our brains are really susceptible to buying into that and believing in that, because that's the easiest path of least resistance. But you're not anticipating stuff like that, is not teaching you to prepare mentally for all the setbacks that will befall you on your journey. Yes, you can achieve what you believe in and what you envision, what you dream, but you need to take action and you need to focus on the goal. Focus means like removing distractions, removing things from your life that are just pleasure or consumption or hobbies. All these things are kind of intertwined with how you live your life. So are you just thinking about the nice things a lot and not taking any action? You're probably not seeing any results from that. I'm guessing you're not. One of the things that I notice is that it's not just this is true across the board, right? Not just in the business realm, but any pursuit really, where it's something that you really, really desire. This is the recipe for success, right? And the first thing that you have to do is envision your goal. But if that's all, as far as you ever get, you're never going to take the first step towards materialization, towards actual manifestation. So as I was saying, so this isn't just in one aspect or one regard of your life, but if you look at whatever your goals are in whatever category of your life you're trying to set those goals, one of the things that is sure to be the case is that there's going to be distractions and there's going to be resistance. So case in point, for example, let's say we have someone who has a goal of, maintaining a healthier weight, a healthier lifestyle, eating better, diet, nutrition, and losing some weight, maybe. That's a pretty common goal, so we'll go with that. So there's going to be distractions. There's going to be temptations that arise for you to not work on your diet and not work on your health. It's going to feel a lot better to stay in bed. Your mind's going to tell you, your mind's going to go towards the default, and this is what you have to fight. The default status, which is to take the easiest road of least resistance. You know, eat the chocolate bar. No, you don't have to work out today. You can skip it. Skip leg day. I don't know, whatever excuses your mind offers you. It's what in your relationships too. If your goal is to have a better marriage, there's going to be distractions. Things not even temptation. I'm sure there will be plenty of that in whatever endeavor you face too. But I'm talking about just the raw static and resistance that you're going to face from other distractions. You know, your kids can possibly be a form of distraction. Finances can distract you. Work can distract you. The thing that you need to remember to achieve the goals that you set out is the things that I laid out before. Focus, laser focus, and action. Having your eyes single to your goal. Remove everything else. I'm the type of person that suffers also from kind of what I call hobby ADHD, where I have, or hobby ADD, whatever, where I have so many interests and hobbies that I cannot spend time on one single thing. It drives me crazy. I'm trying to change that way that I am now and get it so that I am to the point where I can actually focus on one single thing and not have to be mired by constantly switching and hopping from thing to thing. So one of the things that I realized today as I was sitting there eating I'll admit I was eating some cereal, some sugary cereal that I probably shouldn't have been eating. But I was thinking about this is a form of distraction. The cereal is a form of distraction because one of my goals is to get in shape and get healthier, and this is not advancing me towards that goal. So whatever doesn't advance you towards the goal is a distraction or a form of resistance, okay? And the difference between the two is often hard to tell, but resistance usually comes from things externally that you can't control, so like outside factors. Things that I like to say the universe just throws at you to test you and see how you're going to handle it. But then temptation and distraction arise kind of from within. You can get distractions from external sources, but distraction really what that is the hallmark of is a lack of discipline and a lack of focus. So the more you're able to focus, it's a very valued skill in today's society. So I started thinking about, in today's very distractible society where you have, you're at the beck and call of your cell phone. I am willing to bet most people out there watching this are probably enslaved to their phone. And whenever it asks, whenever it beeps or rings or whatever, you give attention to it in some form or another. So in today's society, the ability to put that aside, some people can't do it. Some people are so addicted to their devices they cannot focus because they just love the distraction. And our brains are too ingrained in things like that. It's too easy to mesh them into that habit. So because our brains are extremely plastic. So what you spend your time doing, again, there's the action factor, right? What you spend your time doing is what your brain is going to make into a habit and is going to get used to thinking in those patterns and thinking those ways about those things. So if your goal is to, whatever, regardless of what your goal is, your only objective should be to eliminate the distractions and to take immediate action. Don't even bother to plan it out. Just think, what's something I can do that's going to get me a step closer to my goal? And then take that action. This goes into a thing I'm going to talk about more in the future where I talk about, there's an opportunity cost and a decision cost to everything you do in life. And I was thinking also while I was eating that bowl of cereal, I was like, there is a real time cost associated with this, because I'm taking in empty calories that I'm going to have to burn off later. And it's going to take me longer to burn those calories and to get to the point where I'm, losing weight, losing calories, or at a caloric deficit because I made the decision to eat the cereal. It comes down to the finest little things like that. So, like I said, that's something I'll be expanding on in the future. But for right now, I think we're going to end it there. I do want to talk in the future next time about kind of those opportunity costs and decision costs that I mentioned today. And then I also think I'm going to get a little bit deeper into the difference between law of attraction and taking action, and the steps. I'm going to really lay out the steps in order from the beginning to the end of what successful endeavors look like. We're going to kind of dissect those, and then we're going to go over how we can streamline that process, recognize it, and continually acclimate to that process. So what you want to do is, like I said, your brain is pretty plastic, so you want to get in those habits and form those habits. That's what the art of discipline is. So I invite you guys to come along with me on this journey. Like I said, I'm just getting started. So, you know what? If this video sucks, give me a like anyway, because I'll improve over time. It would mean the world to me if you guys would subscribe, because this is my first video. I have no subscribers, no idea really what I'm doing. I'm just going for it. I'm just taking the action. So please subscribe if you do see this video. Please don't share it, because I'll be just humiliated, but support me if you can, and that's all I ask for, is just like a subscribe or a like, or even a comment is good too. And we'll see you guys next time on Revenue Lab Online. Peace.